thigh supports, the dive to prone line, the split to sit, curl to stand, and trunk hollow. They will also perform the curl to stand and supine line, the forward row and backward row, the bend back lift and head spring, the carry chair for star jump and handstand forward row, the dive and row, the sail over and backward row to handstand, the carry chair for handstand and forearm stand, the handspring, and then a series of head springs, which will then be followed with individual tricks to cap off the groundworks. What they are currently performing is a sail over and backward row to handstand. That was the carry chair for handstand and forearm stand. They are now performing the handspring. They are now performing the series of head springs, which will be followed with some individual tricks. We give them a round of applause for that wonderful performance. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that was the last of the individual tricks.
Ça me fait parler ça.
We are once again cautioning our young ones in attendance to refrain from attempting any of these stunts themselves. For the assault elements that will be deployed by fast grouping to the objective area. For the purposes of today's demonstration, the white Toyota pickup parked on the pitch to the left of the presidential dais is the area where the belligerent or terrorist forces are located. Today's demonstration will be conducted in several phases. The initial securing of the area by the ground forces, the insertion of the special forces elements via the helicopter, which is the Mi-17 helicopter of the Ghana Air Force we are seeing right now, and then the main conduct of the assault operation. The final phase will be the extraction of the team and the withdrawal of the ground troops. The scenario for today's demonstration is a capture dead or alive operation in retrieval of possible terrorist attack plans. The demonstration involves a group of suspected terrorists who have infiltrated the country and are planning to attack some key national infrastructure. Currently fast grouping from the Mi-17 helicopter of the Ghana Air Force are members of the assault team for today's demonstration. Fast grouping is a technique used by military forces for quick insertion of troops from helicopters into areas where landing is impractical or too risky. In fast grouping, soldiers descend rapidly from the hovering helicopter as we just witnessed, using specialized rope systems which are typically made of nylon or similar materials. Unlike rappelling, where soldiers control their descent using a harness and friction devices, in fast grouping, soldiers slide down the rope using specialized gloves with a leather or Kevlar palm to minimize friction. Having safely deployed the Special Forces assault team to the objective area, the helicopter has moved out of sight to allow for the team to conduct the operation, after which they will then be extracted. The team, together with the working dog from the Ghana Military Police called Brave, are approaching the objective area where the suspected terrorists are located. all drone operators are once again being cautioned to ground their drones. Drone operators, you are being cautioned to ground your drones. With the assault forces having successfully neutralized the suspected terrorist, the military working dog brief is now going around to make sure that they do not have any improvised explosive devices on them. Amongst the many responsibilities of working dogs in the military and other security forces services, they are used for the identification of possible improvised explosive devices and other tasks. To all operations, you are please being cautioned that you are not to video today's proceedings. Thank you. Only authorized media personnel are allowed to video. Having successfully conducted the operation, the helicopter is now going to extract the assault elements of the Special Forces personnel, with the Overwatch team still providing all-round protection to them. Military extraction using helicopters is a crucial operation conducted by various armed forces around the world to remove personnel, equipment, or casualties from a location. This method is particularly vital in situations where ground transportation is impractical, too dangerous, or time-sensitive. Extraction operations can serve multiple purposes, including the removal of special operations forces after completed a mission, evacuating wounded personnel from a combat zone, retrieving downed aircrew behind enemy lines, or recovering sensitive equipment or assets. While they have different forms of extraction, today's team is employing rope extraction, and it involves troops harnessing themselves and their equipment to specialized routes where landing is not possible. Extraction operations require precise planning, coordination, and communication between ground personnel, aircrew, and support elements. Factors such as weather conditions, enemy presence, terrain, and available landing zones must be carefully assessed to ensure the success and safety of the operation.
Yes, I'm Mamre. Eastern region has 11 primacies, and we represent the primacy and the beautiful, famous flowers in Eastern region. Our fruits, our crops represent our economic empowerment. Our beads and our arts represent our identity. Our cocoa represents the economic empowerment as well. Hence, our partnership with Côte d'Ivoire. His Excellency, merci beaucoup. Enjoy our culture diversity.
Dance dating back to 1535, performed by the new Dragon people.
trophy belts performed by the Dagomba people in the northern region of Ghana. It is solely performed by men at their annual Tumbling festival. Asante. The banner girls are Mohammed Mushira and Francisca Quantin Yeboa. Lieutenant Colonel Justina Frempong, Commanding Officer Defense, Mechanical Transport Battalion, and Professor Inokopo Kwenchi are all products of Ghana Senior High School. And here comes Koforidia Senior High Technical School. The contingent leaders, closely following Koforidia Senior High Technical School, we have Koforidia Technical Institute. The contingent leaders are Richard Benier and Brilliant Farming. Sister Akun and Mami Ajwa Dakun are the banner girls. And that is Koforidia Technical Institute. And following Koforidia Technical Institute, we have Kobo Girls Presbyterian Senior High School, beautifully dressed in their blue and white. The contingent leaders are Madame Bovi and Mr. Bright Cody. The banner girls are Esuma Mary, Jaba Jennifer Koko. Approaching the days, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, also in blue and white attire, New Jabin Senior High School. The contingent leaders are Rita Aferi and Richmond Lati. Nikki Efua Buahima and Blessing Tego are the banner girls. And Dasibre Kwaku Watson the third, Omahini of Blue Dragon Traditional Council, and the Eastern Regional Director of Education are all proud products of Blue Dragon. At the days we have Pentecost Senior High School. The contingent leaders are Abigail Banabawo and Kennedy Edu Ejay. The banner girls are Olivia Blessing and Asamoah Frempoma. Closely following Pentecost is Pope John Senior High School. Pope John Senior High School. The contingent leaders, Mrs. Lillian Asari Bilson and Mr. Obedado, and then banner carriers are Aisha Yuenchi and Kelvin Inchi Jakari. The motto of the school is Bella Damos, meaning set sail. And that is the Moses Senior High School, closely following Pope John. The contingent leaders are Sobe Fatia Judith and Mr. Nicholas Asamoah. The banner girls are Emile Loretta Jackie and Kwa Hilary Nana Ajwa. St. Peter's Senior High School, currently approaching the day. The contingent leaders are Bright Ezro and Kumsin Martin. The banner boys are Azia Fofed and Mohammed Ibrahim. The motto of the school is Dignitati Hominium, and Mr. Max Tasumensa, the National CSSPS coordinator, is a proud old student of St. Peter's. Approaching the day is SDA Senior High School located at Asapare. The banner girls are Christabel Tete and Efia Konedu. The contingent leaders is Emmanuel Osefo and Veronica Danswa Bwadi. And the last contingent for the Senior High School, Oyoko Methodist. The contingent leaders are Mr. Samuel Kofi Mensah and Madam Fawu Dina. The banner girls are Ekufu Josephine and Kumaza Janet. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen from the second cycle schools, we now move to the contingents drawn from the basic schools. Approaching the days are contingents from Abimpua Islamic Basic School. The contingent leaders are Samuel Ojay and Madam Christiana Beto. The banner girls are Khadija Yaha and Ibrahim Hajara. And now is the time of Afidiasi Presby Basic School A to approach the days. The contingent leaders are Mr. Kofitio Simon is Nana Kweku Boatin FA Basic School. And the last school for the basic school, SDA College, SDA Demonstration A Basic School. The contingent leaders are Kenneth Mensah and Sarah Jima, Martha Boache and Emmanuela Boache are the Banner girls. And lastly, for the school contingents, we have the special school for the intellectual disability. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the school contingents were coordinated and supervised by Mr. Michael Linto Aye, the Director National Coordinator, and Mr. Ifa, the Regional PE and Sports Coordinator for Eastern Region. And following the special school are students from the civic service.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, approaching the days, students of the Presbyterian College of Education, or PCE, in Ekropong, Equiapem, formerly the Presbyterian Training College, Ekropong, or PTC. It is the first institution of higher learning in Ghana and the second to be established in West Africa after the Fora Bay University College in Sierra Leone. The college was established by the Basel Missionary in 1848. Next is the Samuel Otu Memorial Presbyterian Church. Members of the Samuel Otu Memorial Presbyterian Church. It was a church named after Ghana's first Christian martyr, Samuel Otu, a native of Latin Equiapem and a Basel missionary. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, these are the Akosombo Dam workers approaching the presidential days. The Eastern region has been the powerhouse of Ghana since 1965, when the Akosombo Dam was commissioned. And for many years, the dam has provided electricity to Ghana and to its neighboring West African countries like Togo and Benin. Beyond the return a special diaspora initiative commissioned by President Akufo-Addo, which has seen millions and millions of tourists coming into our country. Then after that is the indigenous Tete Kwashi cocoa farmers. Your Excellencies, these are cocoa farmers honoring a son of the East who embarked on a journey to bring economic glory to his people. In 1876, Tete Kwashi set sail for Fernando, now Equatorial Guinea, the establishment of the first cocoa farm in Ghana was one of the many legacies of Tete Kwashi. His visionary efforts laid the foundation for Ghana's cocoa industry, elevating the nation to prominence on the global stage. These are the Koforidua farmers and market women approaching the days. This is an association of Eastern Regional Farmers and Producers formed in 2019. Excellency, approaching the days are Ivorian nationals in Ghana. They are here to support our special guest of honor, the President of the Republic of Côte d'Ivoire, His Excellency Alassane Ouattara. The Koforidua market women are also here, carrying their foodstuff to let us know that yes, the Eastern region is feeding Ghana. From mango to cassava to kotomre to banana, champion Nanado Showboy, Nanado Udi Ose Ayoyo, all on their placards. He says, we are privileged to have you as a son of this land. Your Excellencies, approaching the days is the Ashanti region, all representing the powerful Ashanti Kingdom. Thank you for your 8 years of good service. It's what they have on their placards. Next, after Ashanti region, is the Bono region. Celebrating our nation's independence anniversary. Your Excellency, approaching the days are women from Yulikobo performing the depot ceremony, which has its roots in the Kobo people's ancestral practices and beliefs. Historically, the ceremony was a celebration of fertility, reproduction, and the transition into womanhood or adulthood. The word depot itself means to sow or to plant. After the depot, groups of Krobo in the Yulo and Manya Krobo of the Eastern region are women and men from the Volta region. Ladies and gentlemen, the Volta region based on last year's 66th independence anniversary celebration in Akatu. Today we are here to support their brothers and sisters in the Eastern region, reciprocating what the Eastern region did for them last year.
This would then be followed with a march past by personnel of the Ghana Armed Forces, the Ghana Police Service, and other security services. The history of military band trooping dates back centuries and is deeply intertwined with military tradition, ceremony, and pageantry. bands have long played a crucial role in military operations, serving not only as musical ensembles, but also as symbols of discipline, morale, and unity among troops. The tradition of trooping the colors, which involves the ceremonial marching of troops in formation, accompanied by a military band, has its roots in the 17th century. In the 18th and 19th centuries, military bands became more standardized and professionalized, with specialized musicians training to perform intricate musical arrangements. These bands played a crucial role in boosting morale, entertaining troops, and maintaining discipline during long marches and campaigns. The band operates today by adopting several formations. They will transition from slow march to a static position in the shape of a arc and reform in quick time into the aggressive role called Insar. Insar is a type of moving board renowned for its quality. It is a symbol of excellence, genuineness, and authenticity. After forming the Insar symbol, the band would change from quick to slow time, maintain the same formation, and pay appropriate compliments upon reaching the presidential days. The band would then transition from slow to quick time after playing the appropriate compliments and then countermarch. The band has narrative playing a rendition of the popular TV show theme music Game of Thrones. Formation GH67 in commemoration of Ghana's 67th Independence Anniversary celebration. Shortly, the shall we give the band a round of applause for that wonderful performance? The band officers on parade are Flight Lieutenant Nelson Duku, who is assisted by Assistant Superintendent of Police Francis Nana Kwabi Ofusu. The band masters are Chief Petty Officer Class 1 Boachi Emmanuel Tar, Warrant Officer Class 1 Mensa Bright, Warrant Officer Class 1 Jube Kapui, with Chief Inspector of Police Teju Stephen. The drum majors are Warrant Officer Class 2 Blankson Ebenezer, Staff Sergeant Osei Patrick, Ebo Siman Class 1 Boachi Isaac, Leading Aircraftsman Yeboah Ayoko, with Chief Inspector of Police Ada Daniel. All in uniform are to salute.
Democracy, our pride. We continue to express appreciation to members of the diplomatic corps who've come to Koforidia in their numbers to support as we celebrate our 67th Independence Anniversary celebrations. To all ministers of state present,
Under the command of Captain Jeffrey Osei Kukufu, the supernumeraries are 2nd Lieutenant David Abuaji and 2nd Lieutenant Al-Hassan Mamani. The contingent Sergeant Major is Warrant Officer Class 2 Abu Joseph. Directly behind them is the all-female number 2 contingent made up of Army personnel. They are under the command of Captain Victoria Gali. The supernumeraries are Lieutenant Gertrude Jeuda Akon and Lieutenant Hilda Musa. The contingent Sergeant Major is Warrant Officer Class 2 Ajololu Labless. Sergeant Major is Warrant Officer Class 2 Ajololu Labless. Behind them is the number 3 contingent, the all-male Ghana Navy contingent under the command of Naval Lieutenant Emmanuel Atta. The supernumeraries are Acting Sub-Lieutenant Joseph Malededon and Acting Sub-Lieutenant Albert Asani. The contingent sergeant major is Petty Officer Class 2, Men's and New Lab. Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, may I request all to rise and pay the appropriate compliments as the colors march past our locations. The national color is carried by Flight Lieutenant Randy Seshi Deku. The escort is Flight Sergeant Soa Benjamin. The Ghana Army color is carried by Captain Ebenezer Dampare. And the Navy ensign is Naval Lieutenant John Selom Kwiti. For the Ghana Air Force, we have Flight Lieutenant Meniam Chum Ampedu. The color escorts are Warrant Officer Class 2 Kwoti Benjamin, Staff Sergeant Akanlo Cyprian, Chief Petty Officer Class 2 Hagan Marshall, Petty Officer Class 1 Amu Vincent, Warrant Officer Class 1 Bio Eric, and Sergeant Okanse Julius. Directly behind the color party is the Parade Sergeant Major Senior Warrant Officer Class 2 Kwafo Asari Ajiman. The number 4 all-female Navy contingent is under the command of Naval Lieutenant Faustina Ayona. The supernumeraries are Acting Sub-Lieutenants Patience Owusu Ansan and Elsie Atta. The contingent Sergeant Major is Petty Officer Class 1 Dunu Grace. The number 5 all-male contingent is drawn from the Ghana Air Force, and they are under the command of Flight Lieutenant Bernard Kabuti with Flying Officer Richard.
And even that, yes, you are telling me so.
Behind the quad bikes is a modified Land Cruiser, and it has mounted on it a heavy anti-aircraft machine gun. Behind the modified Land Cruiser are modified GMC trucks with Browning heavy machine guns mounted on them. All of the tracks are reinforced with armored plating. Behind the modified GMC tracks are modified Land Cruiser tracks with PKMS heavy machine guns in tow. The next display is by the 1-5 Armored Brigade with personnel and vehicles drawn from the 153 Armored Regiment. The first troop is made up of the Cobra Electro-Optic Surveillance Systems Armored Personnel Carriers. They are equipped with gunshot detection systems designed to detect, locate, and provide feedback on hostile fire. They are also used to conduct monitoring and surveillance in order to gather accurate and timely information. They are under the command of Captain Atu Pamina Emisa. The vehicles have adopted the diamond formation. Behind them is the second troop made up of Cobra 2 Armored Personnel Carriers. They are used to support assault troops in conducting special operations such as raids. They have adopted the wedge formation and are under the command of Lieutenant Enoch Techi Amofa. Following the troop closely are the Haki Armored Personnel Carriers. They are under the command of Second Lieutenant Abna Duki Echampong. Distinguished invited guests, it may interest you to know that the Huskies are being operated by an all-female crew. The Huskies are versatile military vehicles primarily used for route clearing and mine detection operations. The vehicles have adopted the box formation. The next troop is made up of BR6 Armored Personnel Carriers. They are commanded by 2nd Lieutenant Prosper Sefa Kwekugan with Warrant Officer Class 1 Apo James as a troop warrant officer. They are in the V formation. The V formation is used when the enemy situation is uncertain and the troop leader requires firepower to the front and the flanks. The last troop from the 1-5 Armored Brigade is made up of the Rattle Armored Fighting Vehicles, which are commanded by 2nd Lieutenant Bright Ifa. The Squadron Sergeant Major is Warrant Officer Class 1 Atta Seidu. Following the personnel and equipment from 1-5 Armored Brigade are the personnel and equipment from the 66th Artillery Regiment, which is located at the Volta Barracks in Ho in the Volta region. The first to march past are the Yanan 122mm multiple rocket launcher systems, which have adopted the single file formation. They are under the command of the battery commander, Captain John Samwakon. The battery sergeant major is Warrant Officer Class 1 Abuga Ibrahim. The next is the 122mm multiple rocket launcher systems, which have adopted the diamond formation. They are under the command of Lieutenant Stefan Akamfe Atwima. The troop warrant officer is Warrant Officer Class 1 Marty George. Following them are the 122mm howitzers, which have also adopted the arrowhead formation. They are under the command of Lieutenant Maxwell Fusu Ajiman. The troop warrant officer is Warrant Officer Class 1 Saki Ebenezer. Next is the troop of the 107mm multiple rocket launchers. The troop have adopted the arrowhead formation and are under the command of 2nd Lieutenant Augustus Afari. The troop warrant officer is Warrant Officer Class 2 Apentin Frank. The last troop from the 66th Artillery Regiment are the 105mm howitzer saluting guns. The troop have also adopted a single file formation and are under the command of Staff Sergeant Abeji Enos. The troop warrant officer is Sergeant Lati Joshua. These saluting guns are the same ones that will be used for the 21 gun salute later today. On display from the Ghana Navy are 2 of the 4 Ghana Navy fast patrol, interceptor and rescue boats. Ghana Navy boats Yogaga, Ba and Jataba, which are used for anti-piracy, anti-smuggling, diving operations, offshore platform protection, and security and anchorage patrols. They have on board 3 Navy divers each who specialize in assault combat diving, explosive ordnance disposal diving, amongst others. They are commanded by Chief Petty Officer Class 2 Ahoma Okanse Ruben, and his second in command is Petty Officer Class 1 Abdullah Michelle. I will now hand over to Assistant Superintendent of Police Richmond Menta to continue with the commentary.
Thank you very much, Major Andy Sowate, on the part of the Ghana Police Service. Through the instrumentality and the initiative of the Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Akufudampare, the 67th Independence Day celebration today is live on Ghana Police TV. We are also live on DSTV channel 362. And we are also live on Ghana Police Service Facebook and YouTube as well. This is the Motorbike Patrol Unit of the Ghana Police Service under the command of Deputy Superintendent of Police Alex Asamoah, and he is supported by Assistant Superintendent of Police Anson Ayirakwa. This unit, through the initiative of the Inspector General of Police, was established under the National Patrol Department. This was formed to deal with the new trend of crime where criminals use motorbikes to commit all sorts of violent crimes such as armed robbery, bag snatching, and assault in our communities. Personnel of this unit have undergone series of training, including the use of sidearms to deal with violent crimes within our community. What we are witnessing this afternoon is formation by the motorbike patrol unit. The first formation is what we call the wedge formation. It is a tactical crowd control formation used to disperse riotous mob who are about to cause damage to properties. The second group formed what we call the box formation. Is also one of the crowd control tactics used to escort hostile suspects. We have the pyramid formation, which signifies the strength of the police service and the nation at large. And what the motorbike patrol unit are telling us this afternoon is that the police service is well prepared for the upcoming general election. And the last group that we are witnessing has formed what you call the patrol formation. It signifies how the police patrol our streets and also within our communities to deal with criminal activities. That is the motorbike unit of the Ghana Police Service. Following closely after the motorbike is what we call the K9 unit of the Ghana Police Service. The K9 unit of the Ghana Police Service is under the command of Deputy Superintendent of Police Awuni Joseph Nyamba. Approaching closely to the presidential days is the K9 unit of the Ghana Police Service under the command of Deputy Superintendent of Police Awuni Joseph Nyaba. He is supported by Inspector Francis Sapon. The K9 unit of the Ghana Police Service was established in June 2019 to offer a specialized resource to the Ghana Police Service through professional utilization of an effective law enforcement tool. The unit is to enhance the Ghana Police Service efforts in crime prevention and detection, criminal apprehension, officer safety, and service to the community as a whole. These handlers with their dogs were trained by the Paramount Specialist Canine Training Academy in South Africa, where they were taken through a lot of courses, including city public spaces intervention course funded by the European Union with personnel from the Guardia Civil in Spain. Currently, through the support of the Inspector General of Police, the K9 unit can boast of about 52 dogs. The unit can boast of about 52 dogs. Followed closely after the K9 unit is the formed police unit. The formed police unit, which is under the command of Deputy Superintendent of Police Jordan Ashite, and he is assisted by Assistant Superintendent of Police Alexander Opare. The formed police unit was established on 29th July 2013 under the then leadership of the former Inspector General of Police, Mr. Mohammed Ahmed Al-Hassan. The FPU is under the concept as defined cohesive mobile police unit providing support to the United Nations operations and also ensuring safety and support to UN personnel as well. Some of the vehicles that the FPU this afternoon are displaying are the rapid intervention vehicle, which is used for rescue purposes, attending to incidents, also offering special service rescue to the service. We also have the Guardian, which is used in low intensity conflict. We have the Maverick. We also have the light and heavy water cannons, which is used in crowd control, dispersing crowd, quenching fires as well. They are also notable in public order management. Following closely after the FPU is what we call the Ghana Police Mobile Hospital. Ghana Police Mobile Hospital is under the command of Chief Superintendent Dr. Frank Dodu. He is supported by Chief Inspector Ishmael Agmo and Inspector Ruben Junior. The mobile police hospital generally offers medical support to personnel of the service. It also has a mini theater. It has a surgical suite. It is also used for educational purposes, and it is also used for training purposes. After the mobile hospital, we have the National Counter-Terrorism Department of the Ghana Police Service under the command of Deputy Superintendent of Police Johnson Edusei, supported by Assistant Superintendent of Police Samuel Abensio. The National Counter-Terrorism Department plays a key role in providing the needed safety and security at critical infrastructures, high-risk operations, and public space and events across the length and breadth of the country. They perform so many functions, including Eastern Enclave Joint Border Patrols with the Ghana Armed Forces and the Ghana Immigration Service. They also offer public space protection duties to ensure peace, safety, and security. And they also provide security for VVIP, both foreign and local. At this point, I'll hand you over to Major Andy Sowate to continue from here. Thank you.
It is now the turn of the Ghana National Fire Service vehicles. They have a total of 6 firefighting vehicles on display today. These include firefighting tenders, hydraulic platform, which is used in fighting fire on high-rise buildings, and a recovery truck. They are commanded by ADU-1 Nathaniel Aman, and he is assisted by ADU-1 Daniel Yamadi. The lead vehicle is the hydraulic platform. The platform can be extended to a height of 72 meters and is capable of reaching over 24 floors. It does not carry water, but has an attached pump that can pump water at a rate of 6,000 liters per minute. It is followed by 2 PS manufactured firefighting trucks with water capacities of 13,500 liters. Closely behind them is the Bobo dual purpose tender, also with a water capacity of 13,500 liters. Lastly, we have the recovery truck used for towing and lifting vehicles off the road and in ditches. they have adopted the diamond formation. The Ghana National Ambulance Service are on parade this afternoon with 6 Mercedes-Benz ambulances drawn from various constituencies within the region. They are under the command of PAEMT Owusu Felix, who also doubles as the Deputy Regional Administrator. The first ambulance is commanded by PAEMT Lord Nati. The second vehicle is commanded by Advanced EMT Goda Sam and is driven by EMT Osei Bonsu Isaac. The next ambulance is commanded by PEMT Michael Ofusu and is driven by EMT Joshua Tete. The ambulance following closely is commanded by EMT Eric Opoku and it is driven by EMT Evans Tete Odei. The next ambulance is commanded by Advanced EMT Anturi Ali Matu and is driven by EMT Samuel Sapong. The last vehicle is commanded by Advanced EMT Ajono Jones and driven by SI EMT Adrolu Kennedy.
The creation of the One District, One Factory initiative by President Akufo-Addo is encouraging several companies to grow in the automobile industry. On display, Kantanka, Volkswagen, Nissan, Rana Motors, and many others, bringing glory to our country in the automobile industry. All these cars you're seeing are made in Ghana cars. Courtesy Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. These are Kia saloon vehicles as well as SUVs by Rana Motors, all assembled in Ghana. These are all initiatives under the One District, One Factory initiative. Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic. This is unprecedented in the history of our republic, and the people of the Eastern region are very proud of you. Ghana is proud of you. These are Volkswagen vehicles, VW, Nissan SUVs, Nissan Patrols, Hyundai trucks, Nissan Toyota pickups, Zonda trucks, all assembled in the Republic of Ghana. All in the name of this great initiative of One District, One Factory. This is Akufo-Addo's creation. Approaching the presidential days is a Zonda truck, a 22 cubic Zonda truck, all made in Ghana. We also want to acknowledge the President of the Republic of Cote d'Ivoire, His Excellency Alassane Ouattara, and his delegation to Ghana. The Vice President of the Republic of Ghana and the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party, His Excellency Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Also to our proud mothers in the house, the First Lady of the Republic of Ghana, Her Excellency Rebecca Akufo-Addo, and the Second Lady, Hajia Samira Bawumia. The Chief of Staff at the Office of the President, Honorable Akosua Frema Osei Opare, Her Ladyship, the Chief Justice, and her spouse, thank you all for coming.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, shortly we shall see the various contingents forming the message for this year's Independence Anniversary celebration, which is GH, Peaceful Elections, meaning Ghana, Peaceful Elections. This message is from the security services to all Ghanaians. That was the 21-gun salute by personnel of the 66th Artillery Regiment and flypast by the Mi-17 helicopters and K-8 fighter jets of the Ghana Air Force.